In this video, I'm sharing the recipe of crunchy coconut cookies. These cookies are so light that you can eat as many as you want in a go. Also, you can see that these do not have any cracks on them, which means the proportion of ingredients and the technique used is just perfect. Also, I'll be baking these in two ways, with and without using an oven. So let's get started with today's recipe. Here I've taken soft butter which is at room temperature. It is firm and it is not melting or runny. If you touch it, a small dent is seen. Many a times the cookies lose shape while baking because the butter used is not firm. It is important to whisk it correctly too. You can use a hand whisk. Today I'm using an electric beater. Stop in between to gather all the butter from the sides. Otherwise it will become light and fluffy in parts. I have used salted butter and so I'm not adding any salt. You can add 1/8 teaspoon of salt if you use unsalted butter. You can also add coconut or vanilla essence at this stage. I'm not adding any as we like the natural taste of coconut which is mild. I will also add in half a cup of powdered sugar and whisk everything well till light and fluffy. Okay, this looks done. Now I will add half a cup of desiccated coconut and at the same time sieve in a cup of maida, that is all-purpose flour, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Sieving also helps to incorporate air to make the cookies light. Now comes an important tip. Gently fold in the butter and the dry ingredients. Do not knead the dough like we knead the dough for the rotis. But gently fold in everything, otherwise the maida will release gluten and then the cookies will not become crunchy and light. The dough looks crumbly, but that's okay. Now I will add a few teaspoons of cold milk, and the reason to use cold milk you shall see further in the video. So here I'm going to add about 2.5 tablespoons of milk. As I'll be using my palms to bring the dough together, the heat of my palms will cause the butter to melt. So adding cold milk is important. Remember not to knead the dough but just bring everything together. Next I'm taking an aluminium tray and I've lined it up with butter paper. So that the cookies do not stick while baking, you can brush odorless oil if you do not have the butter paper. To roll the exact size of cookies, I'll use a tablespoon. Take the dough and lightly roll between your palms. You can make bigger cookies if you like. By using a tablespoon, I'll get approximately 17 to 18 cookies. Just press lightly and then place it in the baking tray. Similarly, I will roll all the other cookies. Here I've rolled all the cookies. I'm using a small tray which too I've lined with the butter paper. These cookies I'll bake without an oven. Next I'll roll each cookie in desiccated coconut, as the taste is just awesome with coconut on the top. Just dab slightly and it's done. You can skip this step if you want. Here all the cookies are almost ready. I like to add a tutti frutti on the top. After this, I'll keep these cookies in the refrigerator for 20 minutes to firm up the butter. By doing so, the cookies will not become flat while baking. After 20 minutes, the cookies are nice and cold and they are ready to go in a preheated oven at 150 degrees Celsius for around 30 to 35 minutes. Meanwhile, I've added salt to a container and preheated it too. I will bake this batch of cookies for 25 minutes on low flame. These are baked. When the bottom of the cookie looks brown, that's the sign that you need to stop baking it further, as we cannot set a time on the gas stove. Now it's important to take them out on a wire rack, otherwise they'll leave steam and become soggy from below. So it's important to let them cool on the rack. And the cookies baked in the oven are ready too. The cookies baked on the gas stove have become brown from below and on the sides, while the ones baked in an oven have got a lovely golden color on the top as well. So you can bake these without an oven too and enjoy them. That's the only difference. The taste remains the same. Let these cookies cool completely and then they are ready to be enjoyed. They will stay crunchy for 10 to 15 days provided if they are kept in a tight lid box. They are good to be carried while traveling too. So I hope you liked today's video and will try out this recipe. Do leave your feedback in the comment box given down below and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting recipes. See you soon with a new video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.